This is my new camera bag. I did not mean to buy a camera bag. I needed a camera bag, but now I've got this one. What have I done? This is the Peter McKinnon Nomatic 25-liter backpack. Now, y'all know Pete McKinnon. He's awesome. He's the what's up guy, but I'm not part of the bro club. I don't do pirate life. You know, it's just not my vibe. These were marketed as more of a travel bag. So you fill half of it with your clothes and things, and then part of it with your camera gear, and you just go off and about on your trips. But that's not how I use my camera bag. So I pretty much ruled this bag out until I saw it in imaging. And I thought, you know what? It is time. So this is my current camera bag that the bag I just replaced. I love this bag, but as you can see, it is giant. This is my Tenba bag. They don't even make these anymore. This is a monster. What I wanted at the time was something to hold all of my camera gear and all of my video gear when I go out, one bag. There's a problem with that. Maybe you've decided you know what it is. It's weight. I think I weighed this bag full at one point and it was like 40 pounds. It was terrible. And I realized I don't need always all my gear. So I've been thinking about getting a new lighter bag. And I just said, you know what? I'm not gonna overthink it this time. I'm just gonna get this bag. Looks amazing. And it is amazing. Take a look at this 25-liter. It's got some really interesting things. One thing, right away, it's lighter. So this bag, this is empty, by itself is 3.4 pounds, and the other one's 6.4 pounds. So already I've cut the weight in half and the bulk in half. Here, actually, let me pull this back over here. Here is the difference. Can you see that? It is a massive, massive difference. I love the depth of this, but it just wasn't worth it for me anymore. One thing I noticed right away is the lightness. The material is amazing, and it has actual weather-sealed zippers. The other thing I liked about this right away is it didn't have one of those side pockets. I never, ever, ever use those. I'm not a street photographer, so I really appreciate that they not build in a little side pocket that's worthless to me. Around the outside, it does not automatically come with a hip belt, which my other one did. So I would have to buy that separately. But what I realized when I was looking at this is that I had taken the hip belt off my Tenba bag months ago and never put it back on. So perhaps I don't use that as much as I think I did. But on the outside, cool, this is magnetic. Can you hear that? Yeah. The problem with these a little bit for me is that they're much shallower than my old bag. So I've got my water bottle. That'll fit in there great, but it's kind of wibbly, so I have to be careful. Anyway, the outside of the bag, really basic. You have all these little spots to put attachments if you want. Really nice handle right here. Very stiff and padded straps. So I think I'm gonna have to like break those in. And then the nice foam padding here. The one thing that's really confusing for me, so I have put ribbons on the top of my zipper pulls because there's a lot of zipper pulls on the outside. It has the standard laptop spot, which I also never use, but you just can't get a camera bag these days without a stupid laptop spot. So there it is. I can stuff like a lightweight coat in there. My gray card, things like that. But you can access the bag from either this top panel right here or from the back. But all the zippers come together at the top. So it's confusing. So I put ribbons on the zipper pulls that I use the most. So those are for opening from the back. But you can open the bag from the top. So you can open the bag from the top. Now, there's a bunch of dividers I'll show you in a second, but essentially this could be a little pocket area, or you can have it open to the whole thing and you can have your camera here and just pull it right out of the top if that's how you go. But the other thing that I really appreciate about this bag from the outside is that when you open up the back, it opens from the back to the main big compartment. When you open up the back, you do not have to move the straps. It is on the outside of the straps, which is my little doggy paw print ribbons here. There's nothing in here, don't worry, it's not gonna fall out. So I didn't have to move the straps to open the whole thing. Let's look at the inside really quick. It comes with a lot of dividers. So I have all these extra dividers, but I've set it up how I like it. Okay, so I'm just gonna set that aside. They have what's called a ladder system in this. And so you could take this out. Ugh, it's very sticky. I almost don't want to take it out because I don't want to mess up my setup. But what's kind of cool, hold on. It's very, oh my gosh, it's so strong. Look at that, super stiff. This ladder system, you can unsnap these, and this is your top compartment. And then you can, oh, take it all the way out of here, I guess. You have to do a little bit of, you know, MacGyvering here to kind of move things around. Please hold. Okay, so he calls it a ladder system. So if I wanted to make this way, I can have a huge compartment here and a small compartment here. Or if you use those cubes things, I don't use the cubes. If you use the cubes, then you can put the cubes in here. So it's just kind of an interesting ladder system. You could take this ladder all the way out. This part can come all the way out if you want to just have one big thing. It's nice to have that extra protection. So I just keep it like this because that's what I'm used to. I like this upper compartment, which actually also magnetizes. Listen. Yeah. I don't know if you can hear that, but anyway, it magnetizes. I'll put it all back together. The one thing to note is that you will lose some depth from this padding here. So you're going to have this much depth doubled that you're going to lose on the bottom. So if that's important, keep that in mind. So let me put this back together real quick. I should mention too that the dividers come in 2 different depths. You could buy extras if you want to, so you can see all these different dividers. There's a lot you can do with these, actually. There's a whole bunch I'm not using though. So I just have this one here because again, I'm trying to minimize, and it has all these tabs that you can fold over. I'm trying to kind of minimize my gear, my everyday carry, okay? So that's how I've got my bag set up, is just 2 dividers, this one and this one. I'm trying to be minimal. I don't know if you can hear that. I think that's kind of fun. That's fun. Continuing the tour inside the bag, you also have these 2 mesh pockets, pretty standard. What's interesting is that you might go, wait, why are these always sticking out? They're just made to always stick out. So these do not lay down like this, the zipper pulls. They zip, they're always up straight. So you can always grab them, always. So that's kind of interesting, I thought. The other thing I want to show you about the inside, I'm going to close this. Is in the top area, there's more storage. Oh, I didn't even notice this. Oh. Right in here, there is a zipper. Right here, again, with that zipper pull that comes out, sticks out all the time. So there's a good sized pocket here. And inside the top, there's little tiny mesh pockets on either side. I love that. One of the things I always like with my camera bags is that I have a little spot here. A little spot at the top that just has other stuff. Maybe I put a little snack in here, separate from my camera gear. Okay, so I want to show you how I pack it, but I got to tell you first of all, this bag lists for $300. I got it for less because it was a show special, but that's kind of what your budget's going to look like. I know he has some cool colors and stuff coming out soon. I just needed a bag right then, so I got it. I did buy 2 more items that I needed for this bag for the way that I organize my things, and one of them is called the tech case, and I'll link to all this in the description too so you can take a look at it. This is the tech case, and it's made, I just bought the one that's branded by them because it fits absolutely perfectly right here. It is perfect to go in there. I'll show you what I got packed in there, hold on. And then I also bought these little set of straps. This thing was $60 or $70, so it's a little higher price, but you could use this all on its own. It has a handle, and it has the actually 2 handles, and it has that weather sealed zipper again. So I said, you know what, I'm just gonna get the brand name. And I got 2 straps to help with holding things up here. So I can click this here and here. I traveled with this recently, so I didn't want the straps dangling everywhere. But I bought the little $20 set of straps to go on the outside anywhere I want it to go. Now, I have all of my gear sitting off to the side here, ready to show you how I pack it. So like I said, I take my tech gear. Let me see if I can sit down. I take my tech bag, and I've decided that this is going to be my tool bag. And these were just in various areas of my bag before. And so now what I'm going to do is have them here. So the tech bag comes with little pockets here, which I just have some stickers, and I'll put some business cards in here. And then this part, which holds, whoops, I'm spilling everything to be able to show you. This is an elastic piece that I've got a couple of batteries in. So I've got extra batteries right here, and I can just open the top, pull this out, grab a battery, and this is a flap into the rest of the bag. So I've got my tool kit in here. So this is where I keep my rocket blower, my little brush. I keep cleaning cloths and little pieces of equipment that I think I'll need pretty often. I use these pretty often, my pins, and like some lens cleaning cloths in case a dog's nose smears the front of my lens. And then I have condensed all of my little mini tools into this bag. I got this small rig kit, and my husband liked it so much I bought him one too. And what I did is I went through all of my Allen wrenches and all of my tools in my old bag and just put everything in here. So this small rig kit comes with this, with all the hex, all the different things you might need, little Phillips head. And then I had some extras that I need for the equipment that I carry. And so I just have those in here too, along with a coin. Sometimes you need a coin to unscrew things. So that is my little tool kit. And that's what I have in my tech bag. Okay. And that, oh, and I also put, since I'm a pet photographer, an extra little poop bag here. And that goes right in the top, right here. Okay, but I also put two more things in the top pocket. I have my extra AA batteries for my flash and my flash trigger, and they go in one of those side pockets I told you about, just there in the side, nice and neat. And then extra squeakies also go in here in the other side. Okay, what about this zipper pocket? I've decided that's gonna be like stuff I don't access a lot, which I think it's meant to be for stuff that accesses a lot, but I want it to be for like Band-Aids, paper. I'll show you. This is gonna seem strange, but I have like this little spoon fork. I don't know how many times we've gone up to Rocky and we have like leftover takeout and we don't have any way to eat it. Anyways, so I've got my spoon fork thing here. I've got an extra mask. I just got over COVID. I have extra Band-Aids. Yeah, you always need that. I have a little notebook and a pen and a little mini flashlight. So I like that. And so all of that goes in this little pocket right here. I do use some of these sometimes, but these are nice and flat and fit right here. So I think that's a pocket I would forget that exists a lot. So, ta-da! Now, that's all I have in the top. There's really not that much more to go because I'm gonna lighten my load, right? So I gotta find my paw print zipper pulls now and open up the bottom here. So what I've decided to put up here at this point is, this is my case for my SD cards, which I don't use very well. So you can put your, SD cards in here, you can label them. So I just kind of made my SD card smaller too. I had a bigger one. I'm like, nope, we need a smaller one. All right, so that goes in here. And then I have a couple of extra things. Another little set of AA batteries that are right here. So when I'm unpacking my bag, I can check the batteries in my flash trigger and change them out if I need to. I need to put those in their little plastic case. And then I have another tool. I have another tool that I can have accessible right away, and then one extra camera battery. So those just go in these upper zipper pockets, which are very easy to see through. It's this black mesh, but you could really see through it well. So I really appreciate that. All right, then my actual camera. So I have the Sony A1 and I have the 70 to 200 millimeter lens on it almost all the time and when I move it around. But I also have this foot that's for my spider holster. So that kind of gets in the way sometimes. So I like to pivot to the side. So I've got it set up where this part goes just like that. Oops. So I can lay this part in here, right here, okay? And then my other lens that I take all the time, my 2470, goes in this spot right here, okay? And then the only other things I put in here are my speed light and my flash trigger. I don't always have to have my speed light with me, but it's a nice backup. And there's actually room. I'm gonna put this right here in this spot. Ooh. And then this just lays on top of the 70 to 200. So there we go. That's all I carry. Now, what I cannot fit in here, well, I haven't actually tried. Actually, let's try it right now. I haven't fit my spider holster in here yet. So let's see if we can do that. I've got it right over here. Okay, here's my spider holster. What it has is this metal plate and I don't want that to rub against my camera. So I like to fold it so that's over it and then put it in my bag like this. So I am putting it right on top of my camera with the metal side up and everything folded in nice and neat. Okay, ta-da. And we're gonna fold up the whole thing. Oops, there's an extra strap. There we go. So that is a tour of the camera bag I did not mean to buy. So if you're looking to downsize, get a little bit smaller bag, but still have the essentials, this could be a good bag for you. Here's like the tag that came off of it. It's a Nomatic 25 liter. It's got a lot of features in here that I probably won't use, but if you go out and about a lot or you have a smaller set of gear, this is gonna work great for you. It's gonna work great, it's working great for me. It is so much lighter and easier to take. I took this on the plane recently, fit in the overhead bin, no problem. I probably could have put it under the seat in front of me, which I really, really appreciate. I like to often try to fly without check bags, so I can do that with this camera bag and a carry-on. So that is a camera bag I did not mean to buy, but I'm actually really liking. All right, I hope this helps your next bag purchase decision, and I'll see you in the next video.